Hello, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm about to give you the keys to the freaking kingdom and tell you the right way to structure videos anywhere you put them out on the internet to make sure that people watch them. This is the same advice regardless of what your niche is and regardless of where you're putting videos on the internet. Now, the title of this video is about YouTube and scripting for YouTube, but this same structure should be followed on videos on Instagram or on TikTok or on Facebook Lives, or just videos you put out in general. Like, this same structure should be applied regardless of where you're putting out videos. Are we on the same page? So most people get this wrong. Most people are going to decide on the topic of their video, or maybe not even do that, and they're just gonna sit down and they're gonna start recording, right? And they're not going to think about how the video needs to be structured in a way that keeps people there the whole time, because that is the goal, y'all. Literally every platform rewards the creator for keeping people on the video longer. Every single platform. If you keep someone on a video longer, you will get rewarded with that video being shown more in the algorithm of whatever the platform is. Here on YouTube, it's literally one of the most important metrics, but also one that a lot of people ignore. So before we get into the actual structure, we need to talk about scripting, because a lot of people get hung up on the script part, okay? And once you know the structure, the next step is to make sure you don't forget it, right? There's two main ways to script your videos, and it's really just gonna depend on what you enjoy doing. Like, do you enjoy doing it way one, or do you enjoy doing it way two? Neither one are worse or bad or better or whatever, okay? So the first way you can script your videos is to bullet point. And that's really what I prefer to do. I will come up with the idea and I will bullet point all the things that I want to hit. And if I was just learning this structure, I would also bullet point the structure. And I'll explain more about that in a minute. But bullet points allow me to have more freedom with my words, right? Like, I'm not just like reading off a script, because at the time when I create the script, I'm not gonna know what kind of mood I'm in. Like, am I gonna wanna tell a "that's what she said" joke? Am I going to want to say something that like pops in my head at the moment? I work better on a little bit of spontaneity and a little bit of working in the moment. So for me, bullet points are best. But you can also write your script out word for word. And this would literally mean that you're going to sit down and you're gonna write out exactly what you're gonna say in the video. What I have found is that when people do this, their videos aren't the best because like they have a script on their computer that is off to the side of their camera, and they're constantly having to like, they're constantly having to like shift from the computer, memorize the line, and spit it back to the camera. And so it comes off pretty robotic. Also, some people just don't know how to write like they speak. And so then it really comes off funny because you're talking in a way that you wouldn't normally talk because that's the way you thought you should write. Does that make sense? I have some friends like this. Like, I'll see their statuses on Facebook and I'm like, girl, you don't talk like that. And I'm a big fan of writing in the way you speak, and especially if you're doing it on a video for your brand. So if you are wanting to do word for word, I would highly recommend using a teleprompter app, something that is going to help you still look at the camera, maintain eye contact, and roll through the script that you have written for yourself. And I have the perfect sponsor for today's video. When BigVu reached out, I was so pumped to work with them, because one of the most common questions that I get when I talk about making videos, scripting, filming, whatever, is if I have a recommendation for a teleprompter app. And I never really have until now. BigVu is the best teleprompter app I have literally ever seen on the market, because it literally scrolls your script while you're recording next to the camera on your phone, so it looks like you're looking at the camera the entire time. I mean, I've been using it since I started talking about BigVu, and you would have never known. They make it super easy to have different scripts for different videos living in the BigVu app, so when it's time to record, you just have to find the right script and hit record. It's super easy, and you can record right in the app. And when you're done recording, you can auto add captions to your video with the press of a button, which is massive, because captions are not only necessary to make sure your content is inclusive, but they can also help engage your audience, because most people watch videos with the sound off. I think that's weird, but it happens. Anyway, you no longer have to worry about captioning your videos manually. You just need to use BigVu's auto caption feature. And captioning is super fun in BigVu because you can pick themes and colors, and you can even highlight certain keywords in different colors for emphasis. To check out BigVu today, head over to the link in the description for $20 off. I know you're gonna love it. Okay, so now that you know how to script, now that you know which of those formats you might like best, let's talk about the structure. This structure has been tested and proven by millions of people. Almost everybody who creates videos on the internet would probably tell you some iteration of this same structure because it works. Okay, to keep it simple, we're gonna go with 4 main components to the structure of your video to keep people watching for longer and all the things. And the first thing is the hook. Yo, we have goldfish brains. Like, people make decisions very, very quickly on whether or not they want to watch content. We're literally inundated with short form video in TikToks and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and all the things. And whether we're talking about someone making the decision to watch one of those or to watch a long video like here on YouTube, we have to hook them in those first few seconds of the video. We can't just hope that they want to watch what we're doing. Now, here on YouTube, the hook is very, very important. However, your title and your thumbnail also play into that hook. So while you absolutely need to hook them, also understand that they clicked on the video because your title hooked them too. So understand that your title has a job of hooking as well as the verbiage and the things you say in the beginning of the video. Guess what? Nobody gives 2 flying farts what your name is, who you are, other things that you might want to tell them in the beginning of the video. What they care about is if you're going to help them with the problem they're seeking to solve or entertain them with the promise that your title gave them. If you're filming talking head videos like this one, then the hook is pretty easy. You want to think about a way to draw someone in that then keeps them there when you are introducing yourself, when you are telling your name, etc. If you're filming like vlog style videos, you could also put something funny that happens in the video at the beginning or something crazy that happens at the beginning to tease them and hook them in. You want to hook them in, okay? I'll give you a quick little example. Okay, so one of my kids, my youngest son, decided he wanted to start a YouTube channel. My kids, like everybody else's kids, have wanted a YouTube channel since they were like 2, but I've always said when you have a unique idea, because I'm not gonna sit here and let them like waste my time or their time on like a niche that is like so oversaturated like gaming, which is what they would wanna do. But I've always told them when they have a unique idea and when they are old enough to handle the moving parts, to film the videos, to edit, to upload, all of that. Obviously, I'll teach them what they need to know, but they need to be able to do those things. So my youngest son comes to me with a spectacular idea. He wants to basically create a sports news YouTube channel for kids by kids. I was like, yes, boy, let's do this. So he wanted to film his first video, and I actually set him up here at my computer with my webcam, which is a mirrorless camera. I set him up here and I was like, all right, you know, go ahead and film. And I told him, I was like, actually, before you film, tell me how you're gonna start the video. He's like, I'm gonna start with, hi, welcome to the playbook, which is what he's calling his channel. Is that not cute? So he's like, I'm gonna start with, hi, welcome to the playbook. Today we're gonna talk about blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, absolutely not. You've got to hook them. So in this particular video, he was going to talk about how football got started. So we talked about how we could hook the viewer with the topic and with his personality in those first few seconds.
Have you ever wondered how football started? Well, I looked it up so you don't have to. My name is Bowen and welcome to the playbook.
Right? Was that not so much better than, hi, welcome to the playbook? Yes, it was. That is a hook. Okay, the second piece to this little puzzle is the intro. You've now hooked them. They're there. They're ready to watch. Now you can introduce yourself. Tell them where they are. Tell them how to take further action with you and let them know what they're in for. So this is why you'll often see YouTubers, you'll see me, like whatever, kind of hook you in the beginning and then say, hey, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica Stansberry and I am pumped that you are here. That comes after the hook because nobody cares about that in the beginning. But hopefully your videos are going to be seen by new people, so you absolutely do want to introduce yourself so that those new people feel welcome in your space. Third things third is the meat of this sandwich. Eventually, you have to get to the point of the video. You have to get to the main pieces of the video. You have to give them the thing you promised them in the hook and in the title. So that is where the meat comes in. That's where the information sits. So Everything past your intro is going to be meat. Everything past your intro is solid information that they should want to stick around for. You could even structure the meat in a way where at the beginning you tell them that you have a really juicy tip at the very last part so that they stick around for that. But overall, that third part is that you need the meat and the potatoes of the video so that you're delivering on the promise you gave them in the hook. And last but absolutely not least is your outro with a call to action. Every video has an outro, every last one. It's the last little bit of the video where you are like done with the meat, but you want them to continue on this relationship or this journey with you in some way. So the outro is going to include some kind of call to action to get them to take further steps with you, to get them to do more, to watch more videos, to go somewhere, to find you on Instagram, to comment or whatever, okay? So the outro with a CTA is kind of that like final part of your video. So to like round that up again, we've got the hook, the intro, the meat, and the outro with a CTA. Hook, get their attention. Intro, tell them who you are and why they care to be here or care about who you are. 3, the meat, give them what you promised them. And 4, the outro with a call to action. Listen, now that you have this structure, I don't want to hear no excuses for not filming your videos right. Whether they're here on YouTube or Instagram, or you're doing a reel or a TikTok or a YouTube short, you should be following a very, very similar structure. And you should be a video delivering ninja, okay? With these tips, you should start to see your watch time go up. You should start to see people sticking around for longer of your videos. You should start to see your drop-offs not happening until later in the video. Now, you might think this is the end of the video. It's actually not. I want to talk about how this structure is actually going to help you increase your views, your watch time, and the calls to action, the things that you want people to do. But first, if you're excited to try this out, comment below with the words Ninja Mode Activated. Ninja Mode Activated. Because now you have all the information you need to be a video filming ninja, to have your videos do what you want them to do. Now, how does that structure actually help you get more views, watch time, and call to action takers, right? Like, how does this all work together? Well, you have to understand a little bit of how all algorithms work. The longer people are watching your video, the more the platforms are going to say,
this is a good video, we need to show it to more people.
So if you can keep people watching for it longer, then they are going to show it to more people, thus increasing your views. When you hook people, when you draw them in with something that is of interest to them and you keep them there while you're talking about who you are and you're talking about the meat of the topic, you are inherently going to increase watch time. Because the difference is you hook them. They're there. They're ready to listen to what you have to say versus possibly boring them in those first few seconds and making them decide that they want to watch somebody else's video, not yours. And because you've structured this in a way where you've kept their attention the whole freaking time, by the time you get to the call to action, they're actually going to do the thing you told them to do. They're going to be there to listen to it. If your call to action is at the end, which by the way, the call to action doesn't always have to be at the end. It can also be in the middle or even at the beginning, but that's a conversation for a different day. However, if your call to action, if the thing you're asking them to do is always at the end of the video and you're not hooking them and making that first part of the video interesting enough for them to stay, then you're losing all of these people before they even get to the call to action. So by using this scripting formula and delivering your video in this way, you have way more people hitting the end of the video to hear the call to action. Therefore, if it's a link to your website, more people will click it. If it's to go watch another video, more people are going to do that. If it's to comment, like I just asked you guys to do, more people are going to do that because more people have made it that far in the video. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay, so I already delivered my call to action before my outro in this video. Because again, you can totally do that. I asked you guys to comment with Ninja Mode activated if you're ready to try out this scripting format and get more views on your videos. So make sure you have done that in the comments below. But we have now made it to the outro of the video. There's going to be videos popping up on this screen that you should totally go watch if you want more from me and more on this topic. And until next time, bye y'all.